All right, everyone, we are here with another episode of Therapy Without a Degree, chapter 241, finally, out of the 230s, man.
Damn.
Yeah, 240 episodes, man. A lot of episodes.
That's what it is, man.
But you guys already know we here. Joe Fiucarino is in the house, in the studio. Across from me, we got a little studio audience today. We got Javi in the building, PPG Capital, PPG Javi, all right, on the camera in the ones and twos. Then we got Val in the building for moral support. There we go. Let's go.
Your assistant.
Yes, Assistant Val of Jersey Media. Let's get it. All right. And then to my right, we got the legend, Mike Zirps. What's up, bro?
I appreciate that.
What's going on, man?
Just hanging out, man. Just hanging out. Looking forward to be here today, man.
Hey, good shot. I like the shirt.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I like
appreciate
it. That shit is fly.
Thank you.
But anyone that doesn't know Mike, man, I've known him for a very, very, very long time.
Goes back.
We go back. We go back from like, I'm going to say like 98.
DeVries days, bro.
DeVries
days.
Yeah. Those were the best days,
Hell
man.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Outside, we were like 9 years old, out until like 3 a.m. What were we doing, man? What were we?
Man, yeah, when we used to film, like doing, what was it, like WWF back in the day?
Yep.
Then doing like Jackass
They don't know about
and everything
that.
else. Yeah, man, we were doing Jackass before Jackass was doing it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just straight up. We really were.
We
really were. I wish we had, the outlets that people have today. I mean, God only knows where we would have been, truthfully.
All the shit that we filmed and we were running around, like, I'll be telling people about it, but sometimes they're like, yeah, were y'all really doing it? Like, no, we were really.
Yeah, some of the shit's unbelievable, but nah, we really did it. I'll vouch. We really did.
Running around with a camcorder and shit.
The days, man, the days.
Like 12 years old and shit.
I hear you, man.
What's up?
That was a good time, bro.
We were making fucking movies and shit.
we were setting shit on fire.
Well, yeah, we were doing that type of stuff too.
Doing it. Not always doing bad kid things, but like we found ways to occupy our time. We definitely found ways to occupy our time.
Whatever, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
whatever
things.
Whatever we were able to find.
Whatever
we were able to find.
We used to take tennis balls and make like little fireballs with them, and dip them in alcohol and light them up and throw them, play like dodgeball with them and stuff.
Wall ball and shit.
Yeah, wall ball, yeah.
It was some wild days. And then we were there making like Scream, making the Blair Witch Projects.
Yeah.
We were doing Manhunt. We were documenting our Manhunt.
Joe was directing back when we were babies.
Little ass
meant
kids.
Meant for it.
It's crazy.
See little Joe.
Mad little. Like, all right, guys, we're going to do this scene. And then we all had mad fun with it, though.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, those are times that definitely wouldn't
the
take.
WWE shit was crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Because people were really, like, hitting each other with, like, chairs and tables.
Yeah, we were doing more than what the actual WWE people were doing. Yeah. I used
Jumping off the 2 little steps.
Hell yeah, man. I used to go home at night sore. Me and Kelvin had a couple of crazy rivalries. I remember that. And yeah, we'd go home sore sometimes. Like I really actually got into a fight or something.
Some wild times, man. Between that and the court, these kids don't go outside now.
Nah, not anymore.
I get hyped now when I go over there and I see kids like on bikes and shit and outside. I see it like once. It's like almost seeing like a fucking alien. Like
facts.
I be mad hyped though when you see that shit.
I mean, like I feel like I've seen it a little bit more here and there now, but I felt like for a good 10, 12 years it was like a dry spell. You like saw nobody out. Yeah. It was like
no fucking kids.
Kids are just sitting inside playing on their little tablets and shit, and it's like, nah, man.
They don't know how to be outside.
Nah, these kids don't even know what manhunt is. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
we gotta bring it back.
That's a fact.
We're gonna have to do a short film based on Manhunt about a bunch of kids who hear about Manhunt from the old guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then they decide to start playing. We'll have to do it. I don't know.
Sounds like an idea, man.
Yep.
Sounds like an idea.
That's fucking good. But Yeah, we connected with Mike, man. You over here doing big things. You working. You got the construction company. You got Prime. What's going on with Prime, man?
Prime's striving, man. I mean, now we're looking to take a lot more projects, doing a lot more things. I mean, in reality, really, we're maintaining. We're doing everything that we really need to do. I think as far as the years continue going on, we're definitely excelling every year. We're definitely finding ourselves in a better place every year, and consistency is the key, man. And that's all I feel we really need to just keep doing. And I think that's really it. I mean, for the most part, it's something that it definitely it's given me a life of some freedom as of right now. It's obviously the goal, but. Just day by day, taking it day by day, but for the most part, Prime's doing just well, brother, just well.
Yeah, man. Like you said, consistency is the most important part because shit doesn't happen overnight.
Exactly.
It's a fucking not a race; it's a marathon. You know what I mean? But that's what's up, man. Keep fucking moving with that. If you guys ain't following the IG, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, man.
Go follow.
Prime _ cleaning
Yes.
_ construction. Please go follow it.
What are
Thank
you
you.
doing
I appreciate
with your
it.
life if you are not following?
That's
what
a fact.
What are you doing?
That's a fact.
All right.
Tell
This
them.
shit is whack. Get this shit the fuck out of here.
100%.
That's a fact.
But what do we got? We got some topics. Oh, first of all, before we get into the topic, we have this sad news to report. It was PNB Rock passed away last night. Where are we at? Tuesday, so it was Monday night. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't too familiar with him. Were you familiar with his?
Yeah, for the most part, I listen to a lot of his music.
Look at my dog just stealing socks. Like, what the fuck you doing? But you were familiar with his music?
Familiar with a decent amount of it. I mean, I wasn't like a crazy huge fan or anything like that, but no, I definitely, he's got some songs on my playlist, and it's just a sad story, man. It truly is. My man was just out with his girl and his kid at a Waffle House. You know what I mean? And it's the next thing you know, you're reading about it on the news. You know what I mean? So it's a sad moment.
It's sad, man. Like I say, either way, whether he did music or not, someone to lose their life at that such a young age, man. It's fucking horrible. We gotta be better. We gotta be better. Like I always say, like be that change that you want to see in the world, and be who you needed when you were younger. So like anyone that was out there doing that shit, like
that's a fact, man. Just
that shit is trash.
Gotta do your part. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But at the end of the day, right now, what a lot of people are talking about is the wifey posting the location.
Yeah, man.
And that they were on social media like rightly before that. But I'll be honest, I don't know. Like I saw it. She just put up the picture. She put the location. I mean, obviously his post, they were like there together, but she didn't really say she was with him. And I do feel like we sometimes in these moments, we're so hard on people when they were just doing some human shit. Like that shit that we all fucking do. A lot of people do that shit. And now it's like everyone's kind of gunning at her. And it's like, fam, she just lost her fucking man. Like, can y'all give her like a week? Can y'all give her like a few hours before y'all like are trashing her?
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, it's just it's the whole thing of shouting out the addy. You know what I mean? Giving out the address. I just feel like in this day and age, I mean, you see it not only with rappers, but like a big portion of rappers. You know what I mean? It's like if you can't floss anything that you really got anymore. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. You don't have to just be a rapper for it to happen. But unfortunately, you can't floss anything and start sharing where you're at and stuff like that. Because unfortunately, there's some jealous people out here, man, and they don't really give a damn, who you are, what you got. They're just out here trying to take it. That's it. So, I mean, look, it could go. In my personal opinion, it could go either way. I mean, I definitely don't believe that you should be, throwing out the address like that. But at the same time, I mean, it seemed like it happened pretty fast. So who really, you really can't call it. You know what I mean? But,
yeah, you don't know it. Like I'm familiar with Roscoe's. Like you been out there to Roscoe's?
I haven't been to Roscoe's, but I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
It's a busy ass. It's like Times Square. For that area, it's like a little mini Times Square area. A lot of people, tourists, people going over there. So it's like anyone could have seen anything. Anyone could have said anything. That definitely doesn't have to be a reason. But like, yeah, you said, man, people, they don't understand. People are like jealous. And it's one thing I've always talked about, even with my friends here and there, is like, yo, these rappers and these artists, like, they don't understand. I don't think they understand that, like, you cannot go outside no more like that.
This shit's real, bro. it's
Like
it's,
I don't
it's
know
real out
why
here,
they
you know
be
what I mean?
outside thinking that they sweet. They stay acting like they could just be out and about. And it's like you get to a certain level of a celebrity. And the problem is they don't be thinking it because they balling, but they're not that balling. You know? But it's like, yo, you can't do it. You can't just be pulling up to Roscoe's.
It's sad though, man. I mean, because at the end of the day, you really should be able to, show what you worked for. You know, prosper and show that, with the fruits of your own labor. What you could, what you got. And it's sad, man. You can't come out here with a nice chain or anything like that. Like a lot of times, I gotta tuck mine wherever I go. Like you know what I mean? It's real out here. I'm not no rapper or nothing like that, but it's part of the territory. You know what I mean? It's if you wanna come out looking a certain way. I mean, obviously you're gonna attract something. So hopefully it's better than worse. But I mean, you're definitely gonna attract something.
Yeah, you just can't. Like you cannot go to I'd be seeing so many. Like that's how Nipsey got caught up. Nipsey was chilling
at his own spot, man. Ran up on a marathon, like it's crazy, bro.
A lot of them. You hear this story so often, but it's like and that's why also this is kind of new. Like back in the day, you didn't really hear artists just chill. Like artists were inside. Like you never ever heard about anyone seeing 50 outside. You never saw anyone seeing M outside. You never saw anyone seeing these people were almost like ghosts.
It's the code, man. The code's different nowadays. The game's changed,
They want to be seen. They want to be.
It's like I forgot where I heard it from, but it's like kids nowadays, this is like drug user music. Back then it was drug dealer music. I mean, it's just, shit moves different nowadays, bro. So, it's a different code they follow.
But I also think beyond that, I think it goes a little deeper. I think it goes to what we were talking. We mentioned a little bit last week on our podcast, and me and Val be talking about it time to time about imposter syndrome. So I think a lot of times these artists don't realize how popping they are.
Mm.
I don't think they realize how famous they are, because they're not making the money. Because what happens is these artists are always way more popular than their bank account.
Yeah,
because they're not making. They probably got a couple dollars at first
deals
when they were signed. Yeah, and they ain't making no money, but they're really famous and they're popular. Everybody knows who the fuck they are. So in their eyes, because they're not Diddy rich, they think they still regular.
Yeah.
And they think they could still just pull up to Roscoe's yo, fam, you cannot. I'm sorry. You get to a point, no, you can no longer go to Roscoe's.
Addy, you got to pull up with security or something. I mean,
Exactly.
Look, I get it. It's an image. You don't want to show that you're the type of dude to walk in with security and all that. But, I mean, it's either that or,
That's why
somebody running up.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. You got to stay protected, man. All times. It's crazy. Now you got to be on your P's and Q's for just about anything at this point.
You can't even if you're protected, even if you got shit on you, what are you gonna do? Someone roll up on it's let's say you're done.
It's a shitty situation, bro. It's a shitty situation, no matter which way you go with it.
Yeah.
It's sad that this is a real topic that we got to speak about, but unfortunately,
yeah.
that's life.
I say it to local people, right? Val, you heard I'd be saying it to even local because people are gonna think that you have more than what you have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And especially if you're doing shit right with social media and shit like that,
yeah, man, that envy is real.
Yeah,
that envy is real.
People think that just because you have a brand, you got a business, that you're out here balling and shit. What?
And they know it's cracked up to be. I wish I could tell these people. I thought when I first started business, I thought I was like, damn, I'm about to be rich. I'm about to do this. Hey, look, bro, it's been 4 years since. I mean, we're doing all right now, but it was a
rough year, right?
It ain't what I thought it was gonna be, man. It ain't. But sometimes on social media, it can tend to look like more. It's just it is what it is, and you create some crazy envy along the way. It's just it's sad, but it's the truth.
It's just natural. That's why I look at it. It's not even that. It's it's just what's gonna come with it, But it's doing that. You have to understand how to move in those exactly. Situations.
Yeah.
That's what I say. You can still we all know it at this point. We all know it's a real thing. But it's how you move and how you go about.
Yeah.
If he really wanted Roscoe's, I'm sorry, he should have went to one far away.
Uber Eats that shit.
Yeah,
or
Uber
something,
Eats
you
that
know what I
shit.
mean? Like something.
Uber Eats that shit, or go to a different one. Call ahead and say, look, I'm gonna come through the back.
Something.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can you put a table together? Like, that's how these artists do it. Like, I study a lot of these artists too, so you'll see how they do it. Like, they're gonna go somewhere. Like, yo, actually, Javi, we went to go see Tyson. All right, Tyson's obviously Tyson, so Tyson knows like what the fuck he's doing. You know, when he left, he was real slick. The way he left, he didn't just go through his car. He acted like he was going back in the store, right? So he went through the front store, and then you know what he did? He went out the back door, and his car was already meeting him at the back door. That's like some real shit that like these artists do. What's up?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
That's the same thing that happened with XXX.
Yeah. Caught him leaving the dealership. You know what I mean? Like,
You're just leaving doing regular. You have to remember they're not regular no more. Yeah.
it's a little bit different. Yeah, like Biggie getting ran up on. You know, they catch you at any point. It's not even about lacking anymore, man. It's really not. You can get caught up at any point in time. Any point in time. It don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
You be on your P's and Q's all you want, man. God bless. I hope, you know, everything's gravy, everything's good, but the way it's looking at this point, it don't matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you
Exactly.
want. You know what I mean?
But it's like, yo, if you're in anything way of business or like music or entertainment, like I said, or even just business alone, like, yo, you got to be careful how you fucking move, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Like when you go, if you're gonna go to an event, yo, call them ahead of time. Make sure they have a little section for you. Go through, have them take you to the back. Like you gotta get creative with that. I used to see an artist all the time. Like, you know, I used to go to like local shows and shit, and the top artist, they ain't never damn would go through the front.
Nah, I don't know.
They'd be going through the back. They'd call up. Like, that's how you got to do it with with people. Like, it's sad, man.
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
You know, that's all we could do is kind of learn from it and just share and, you know, share these messages with people. So, you know, like, again, like you were saying before, like you could post it, but maybe post it before, after.
Yeah, anytime I post something, I mean, whatever, you're going to see it anyways. But, yeah, anytime I post my location, I've been gone. Like, I'm not there no more. You're not going to see me there. So it's like,
Yep.
you know, you always got to be one step ahead, man. Always one step ahead.
Yep.
That's just how it goes, you know.
I do the same shit. Like if I'm somewhere, I'll take the video, I'll take the picture, and then I'll save it. I'll put it up either in like an hour, even like I'm not going to wait mad long, but I'll wait like 30 minutes or whatever, an hour or whatever.
Yeah,
or if I take it and I do put it up in the moment, or even if I go live, I know I'm about to roll out.
Yeah, like nothing to where you're gonna be there for more than like another couple of minutes and you're gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, but most people don't realize this. You know, especially if you're in business or if you're doing something that's popping or whatever it is, you're creating enemies every day, whether you know it or not.
Yeah,
you really are. So it's like you just always got to protect yourself, man. Always.
I'll tell a little story. I'm not gonna mention who, but someone I'm a fan of did some shit like that about 4 years ago, right? Someone I'm a fan of. They were on IG Live, and I was pissed. You know why I was pissed? I knew exactly where they were, and they were like one of my favorite. They were like one of my favorite people. Yeah, y'all know. I'm not gonna say it on here, but I was watching their IG Live, and I knew exactly where they were, and I got pissed off. I got mad pissed because I'm like, yo, fam, I know exactly where you are. You know what I'm saying? And I was in the car. Like, imagine, I could have been there, like in real time, and they were there on live through their whole process, showing exactly where they were. I had more than enough time
To do what you
to do whatever I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the only one that knew out of all these hundreds and hundreds of people that are on your live that knew you're even on the live saying exactly where you are.
Yeah, I mean, yo, some of these people, man, it's just it's crazy. Yeah,
I DM'd them afterwards. I DM'd them like an hour after, and I was like, fam, please don't do that again. I'm too much of a supporter of you and a fan of you to ever, like, they didn't respond to that shit, but I did that shit. I was like, yo, don't ever do that shit again. Like, that shit, you gotta stop. We gotta do better.
Yeah, man. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's a crazy ass world out here, bro, and it seems like it's only getting crazier day by day.
Word.
It really is.
But rest in peace to him.
R.I.P. PNB.
Rest in peace. Val sent over an interesting topic over here. Is this the one you text me, right? Text me and Javi? And then, was this the only one, or did you have another one, or no? Send the other one as well, too. But she wants to know, she says, men ran by sexuality over a man who knows his worth.
That sounds like a whole lot of alpha and beta. That's exactly what that sounds
Why?
like.
Why? Break that down.
I mean, look, I feel like a beta male would fall under, temptation of a female. It's just, it's like you could give, you can find out an average man real quick by giving him everything he pleases, like, money, a female, all that thing. Watch his dreams go out the window. You know what I mean? And that's, to me, that's what I feel like a simp truly is. I mean, so it's like a girl that's hitting you up late night or some shit, and you got something big in the morning or something like that, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna fold under temptation because this chick's hitting me up, da da da. Like, and a lot of times these beta simp dudes, they're
These
not.
what? Hold on, what is this?
Beta simps.
Beta
you know
simps?
what I mean? The beta simps. I know nobody likes that word, but it's it's the truth though. I mean,
But what's the
an
beta
extent.
part of it? What? Break that down. What is a beta simp?
Man, the complete opposite of the alpha male. You know what I mean? Not a guy that's gonna put his foot down. The yes man. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like if you fold over, a man ran by sexuality over a man who knows his worth, I just feel like, if you fold under something like that, like even a female hitting you up or something, that's kind of a beta move, bro. You got to put your priorities in line and then go get, your pleasure afterwards. But that's what a man does, you know what I mean? And that's what a true alpha does,
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. Look, I know a lot of people don't like the whole beta simp thing and they hate the word or whatever the case may be with it, but it's kind of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I do think though a lot of people misuse that word though.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I do think a lot of people, because us men could be dicks, right?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So you can come off maybe as a simp. That don't mean you are. That just means your game is really good.
Nah, bro. Like, I know some people that were like, oh, you tell a girl she's beautiful, like you DM her, tell her she's beautiful or gorgeous or something. Some people are like, oh, that's some simp shit. I ain't simp. That's just me giving her a compliment. It has nothing to do with me being a simp. I feel like a simp is more you bow down to just about any and everything. Like, you can't put your own foot down or wear your own pants. That's kind of how I see it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
But that's what it is. I think that's why a lot of people are upset with the word, because a lot of people misuse it.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, granted, I'm not too fond of it either.
Yeah.
Word, but how would you describe it? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Men ran by sexuality over a man who knows his worth. Yeah, man. Like, give me Val. Give me an example of this. Give me an example of a man that's ran by his sexuality over a man who knows his worth. Yeah, let me get an example of this. Well, give me an example of a man that's ran by sexuality.
A man who's ran by sexuality is a man who doesn't hold self-discipline with himself, who doesn't have his own morals and principles in mind. He is a man who can easily be swayed through money, pride, masculinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Testosterone build, and they feel like they need that in order for them to feel like a man. But then
I get you.
the actual man that knows his worth doesn't need that masculine energy to give him that worth. He is a primal man. He can still be vulnerable and be open to what he's feeling and not feel like he's a beta or feel like he's gay or like it's wimp of him to do it. It's not like, this is how I feel. This is where I stand. It's like he's a man who sticks with his morals, who knows that right now it's important for me to put my career and my back first, instead of me entertaining this person who's hot as fuck, and yeah, she looks great, and yeah, she's taunting me right now. But a real man that doesn't put sex first will deny that right in front to me. Because right now he has to head to like a convention.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or it's like the dude who got to pay rent tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he's at the strip club.
Yeah. Like,
Yo, a lot of dudes blow that rent.
I'm saying, yeah,
Like,
you can't do
this
all
dude
that.
that's like this close to getting his actual property signed next week, but then this bitch is right in front of him, and it's like he could easily blow that money.
Yeah, he done blew the check on something else. Yup.
See, Yeah, I'm so bad. I ignore those men, and I don't even think they exist. I know they exist, but I don't even try to focus. Like,
Yeah, man, that's that pushover kind of vibe. You know what I mean? That's that easy controlled, easy persuaded. You know what I mean?
Easy manipulated.
Yeah, and there's no self-reliance whatsoever. You know what I mean?
where do you think that comes from?
Come from probably a magnitude of things. I think that's all about like how you're brought up, truthfully, and you know.
Like what? Give me some like tangible.
Look, I was brought up a
examples.
hard love, so to me, I don't know. I was always told to tough it up, you know, be about your shit and just do what you got to do. Shut up, don't stop crying about it. Just do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So that was my mentality for everything. You know, so it's the same thing when it comes to, like you just said, if it's going out with a female, you know, getting that quick hit up, or I got some shit I got to take care of tomorrow. I got shit I got to handle. That I could get at any point in time. This I got to do now because this is for me. You know what I mean? So, I mean that's really, what I think. Like I said, I think it just falls really on self-reliance. Self-reliance.
I think it is a lot how that man was raised.
Yeah.
If he always had that motherly love and that woman figure to always save him, 9 times out of 10, he's going to do that in his adulthood.
Yeah, that or like, I feel like a lot of kids, like a lot of dudes, don't know how to cook in this generation. Like that's something new to me. I didn't really know that. A lot of dudes don't know how to cook and stuff like that. That's something that like you got to rely on somebody else to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's certain things. Like being brought up, if you don't have that kind of self-reliance, you're gonna look to rely on somebody for certain things. You're gonna look to rely on somebody to make you feel good, or to make you feel like you're not rejected, or this or that. So it's really like you're loaning for that thing you didn't get at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That's what I think, at least.
Or the thing that you're not gonna get, because I think a lot of men too are like, I think their confidence is really, really low, and I think that they don't think they're gonna get it again, or they can't get it. Like, so they just take whatever when it comes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that sexual person or whatever is throwing themselves at them. They just think, oh damn, I never get this, or I can't get that, so let me get it now.
Exactly. They don't have the I'll get that shit another day. Let me just that comes and goes. Yeah. Like, it's like that, man.
You have to flex that no muscle, and you have to be confident in yourself that no, if I want that shit, I'll hit somebody up tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man. That it's just, I feel like it's also a standard that you hold yourself accountable for. You know what I mean? That like something like that. I feel like sometimes you gotta kind of feel like it's beneath you in a way. Not to the point where like you're talking like you're cocky or something like that, but something to that extent. Like, yo, if I go out and do this right now, like I got shit I gotta take care. I got other priorities. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, the confidence is low. They don't think that they and I think most of the time is whatever they probably don't even have morals. They probably don't even have strong beliefs. They probably don't even have things that they're really trying to chase.
Look, man, what standard could you have if you ain't getting it to begin with? You know what I mean? So yeah, without a doubt.
That's what that's what I'm reading on right now. The Way of the Superior Man, and he talks about men's mental health.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
The big mental health on men that they need to understand is that it is you, it is your mind. Before money.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't have.
A lot of people mistaking that shit with being a beta simp too. Talking about your problems and shit like that. That's not beta. That ain't beta. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people think that. But
Let's talk about that person, and then he talks about how that person could power and choose when to put that into your life and when not to have power over it, not have it. You, or when in your mind crazy because of the stress that everyday life puts you in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And we don't talk about that shit, truthfully. There's a lot we go through that we will not talk about because at the end of the day, it's like emasculating in a sense, I guess, to a man that feels emasculating. But that's another part of like that whole beta simp thing. I was just saying with Joe, like some people mistaking that. Oh no, that's not. You talk about your problems, ain't none of that. You know what I mean? That's just dudes tend to bottle that shit up. You know what I mean? And it's either gonna blow up or he does something irrational. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. It's just that's what it is. So definitely if any dudes out there listening that have something they need to talk about, get that shit off your chest, man. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, with anybody, just get that shit off your chest, man. That's a weight you do not want to carry the rest of your life.
And again, I do, like you said, it has to do with how you were raised. Because like if you didn't have no one to go to as an outlet, like growing up, like if you didn't have no one to talk to about those things, it could be really awkward to try to talk to about those things.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And you choose to cling on to the woman that you've loved with for whatever time period. Now you're going to. So it's also important to know who's really with you because of your.
Without a doubt.
Really with you because they got the well intentions of you, or who's with you because of what you stated. It's for control on a male and female perspective. Because if a woman is low valued, she can easily be manipulated.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. You
rely too much on this specific person to feed them, to cook for them, like you said.
Self-reliance, yeah.
It's that self-reliance. And now it's like when they, going back to you, when they leave, it's kind of like, damn, like, I got to do this by myself. I got to cook. I got to figure, this is a avenue.
Yeah.
That instead of them doing the right choice that they need to do for themselves to be a primal, independent man, they subject, or she subjects herself to relying on someone.
Yeah, and that's also like when, you know, when they're younger, especially for a guy. Like my father my father taught me my trades and everything, but it really wasn't in my life too much. And it was like, you know, you constantly tried to look for a male. Like I remember as a kid, like I constantly tried to look for a male figure and stuff like that. And it definitely took its toll on me for the most part. But I mean, as you get older, I think also you can't just only try to rely on talking to somebody else. Like I remember somebody saying, like, you know, that you can't just look for a hero. You know what I mean? You got to be your own hero sometimes. That's just what it comes down to. So, I mean, that's another thing with self-reliance. You know, you got to be your own hero at some point. You can't just hope and pray that somebody's going to pull you out the shit. You know what I mean? You got to do it yourself. What do I think? I mean, there's multiple ways, but I think for me, because I had a confidence issue growing up, and I think it was really just to sit back and take in everything that you did accomplish. Like for me, I know, like I looked at a lot of things that I achieved that a lot of people that I thought were bigger, better, whatever than me, weren't even coming close to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I come to find out years later, like the big homies, the people that I looked up to, they're looking up to me now. Like it's things like that it's like, you know, that complete table, you know, that table turn that happened, that it was just kind of like, all right, well, that's a confidence booster right there. And from that point, I just started knowing my worth. You know, you start recognizing your worth little by little, especially if you pick up on like a trade or something that you're good at. Like you got to embrace anything that you're in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for me, I love doing what I do. I truly do. And I think I'm great at what I do, especially for my age. But, you know, I mean, obviously it takes time and shit like that. You got to perfect your craft, but I have confidence in my work. Like I have confidence when I show up to a job site. I know what I'm going to do. I know how to do it, and that's just flat out. I mean, I'm not going to bite off any more than I can't chew, but I'm pretty damn confident in myself. So it's like I take that now into the real world. And my best advice to anybody, you walk into any room, walk in with your fucking chest out. You know what I mean? Just poke your chest out. Poke your chest out and let them know who you are. That's it. That's it. That'll bring the confidence before anything else. If you act it, you'll be it. That's it. Just act it.
But I think it also, it's a combination of doing things on your own, consistently over a period of time, but also expressing yourself how you feel. Like I said, you know, because it's like sometimes people just do one or the other. Sometimes people are just like extremely independent, right? So I think it has to come down. I think a lot of people either do one of the options. I think some people are either just independent, or some people just express their emotions all fucking day. Yeah. Not many people kind of do a balance of both, you know, because you have to express yourself. And I think sometimes, you know, people don't have those outlets, unfortunately, to express themselves. You know, maybe they don't have the family, the friends to express themselves, and they end up bottling up a lot of shit, you know? So then they end up just going super independent, but then they're still suppressing everything. You know?
You can't do that. Especially, like, I know a lot of independent people, they turn down a lot of opportunity, especially like relationships or something like that, because of their total self-reliance. So I think you should be self-reliant, but have a balance of both worlds, because you will push a lot of people and a lot of opportunities away as well. So you gotta kind of take it with a grain of salt. Yeah,
those two things come hand in hand. Yeah. You know, and it could be a process when you don't have those people to go to. But that's why, again, I always bring up on this pod is like changing your environment and the changing the people that you're around. Because, you might be like that lone soldier or that one person just that you're just doing everything on your own and you start suppressing shit. But it's like if you feel like you have no one to talk to about it, or you feel like you have no one to go to about these things, it means you got to find those people sometimes. You know, like shit. Thank God for me growing up. I always had, I didn't have the parent to be really talking about these things, because usually those were the issues, those were the causes of the main things I was going through. But it was like we had friends, you know, you had close friends that was like family, right? That was that blessing that I had. A lot of people don't have that shit. A lot of people would have just been going through all of that 100% alone, and then it's hard. That could really just like
I could definitely
mold you into a whole different.
It could paralyze you in some aspects.
Yeah.
It really could, but
Yeah,
you
gotta be able to express it.
Hell yeah, man. And then it's like, you know, that whole field of rejection that comes with it when you do try to, you know, speak to somebody about it and they're not the right person to speak about it. That shit adds up too, you know.
Yeah, sure.
So that's a confidence killer right there. But at the end of the day, man, you know, it just comes with the territory. You have to understand that you're gonna take rejection, you're gonna take failure, and you gotta welcome that shit with open arms. That's truthfully what it is. I mean, I used to try to avoid it and found myself dealing with it a hell of a lot more. Now that I welcome it, I don't really care for it too much anymore, and it doesn't really seem to find me anymore. It's the way of the universe, bro. It really is.
Yeah, talk your shit. These gunshots off for Mike. Let them off. Let's go. But no, all that definitely makes sense, man. That's definitely like, it's hard, you know. Like life is tough.
That is even in dating now.
What?
Men and women, that topic that you guys just.
What about it?
Do you guys feel like it's in dating right now? Like that self-resilience on people. That
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
you think that's in people dating now
I think.
in 2022?
Yeah.
I personally think that it's we're so like not doing things together anymore as couples, right? We've gotten to the point where like people just go they're going either one way or they're going the other way, right? It's like, okay, yes, we all should be independent and we all should have our own shit. But then also it's like, yo, if you're a couple, act like a couple sometimes, you know? Like meet each other halfway. Some people are just being like they're two complete different people and then just trying to coexist with each other.
Yeah, that don't work.
But it's like some things you should be able to like put your guard down a little bit and just kind of like if you're a woman, yo, for a little bit, try to let the man lead.
That,
you know,
even in the dating
or, no,
world,
even opposite. Like if you're a woman, like if you're a man, try to let the woman lead in certain aspects.
Yeah. I mean, but in the dating world, it's just the independence on both sides. I mean, that's, you know what I mean? Yeah, and only one person's going to steer the ship. Let's just be honest here. I mean, I'm not saying right or wrong or who should, who shouldn't, but, you know, only one person's going to steer the ship. That's what it really comes down to. If not, you're going to be fighting over it. Look, I look at it from, you know, 60, 70 years ago, relationships seem to have lasted and worked and marriages, you know, stuck through. You know, a lot of things changing over the years, and what is that? Divorce is a higher success rate than marriages at this point, or something like that. Divorce is there's a higher rate of divorce than marriage right now, or something like that. So
You know why though, right?
look, I got my thoughts on why.
It was because our grandparents didn't have fucking Instagram.
Yeah, that's a big reason why.
They just were looking out the window.
That's a big
Like,
reason why. Yep, that's it. You didn't
yeah.
know what was going on.
I guess I'll stick with John.
Yeah, like I saw that dude that was on. They had him even on like Hot 97 and stuff like that. It was a video of a guy that caught his girl cheating on him with a drone. Like you ain't seeing that shit happen 60, 70 years. You know what I mean?
Homie used a drone.
Found
to
his
catch.
wife cheating on him with a drone. Yeah, she was getting picked up by another dude, and he had the drone out there recording it. Yo, that's crazy.
First
right?
of all, he is creative.
That's some other shit.
He is creative. But second of all, like, who thinks of that shit? And it's like, yo, if you're that deep in thinking like that you need to pull out the drone?
Yeah, you should have left her a long time ago, fam. You know what I mean?
That's wild, yo. Val, you gotta find that article. The drone, homie, like
that happened like 4 years ago or something like that. But yeah, he caught his girl cheating on him with a drone. Yeah,
that's funny.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I have commitment issues that honestly, I would just be like, yo, if you're gonna cheat on me, just tell me straight up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get mine, you gonna get yours.
yeah, like.
I feel like that's what messes up in
Nah, I don't know if you
Look,
cheat.
if you're gonna do it,
Nah,
there's no
if you
reason
cheat,
to be in
I
a
don't-
relationship.
I don't wanna know.
Look, if you could.
I don't want to know. You know? Hold on.
Look, it's one thing to fold under temptation, but it's like, just don't be in a relationship. That's why I'm single, chilling.
Why are you single, Mike?
Priorities, brother. Priorities.
That's what we were just talking about.
We were.
That's exactly what it is.
Turn DMs and
Exactly
likes
what it is.
into big sales spikes.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Eventually, yeah, settle down, but I got too much aspirations to go after right now.
Got too much shit?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, you gotta devote your time to that person. I feel like I can't commit all my time right now. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's selfish to get into a relationship. You know? You're welcome.
Nah, this is my theme song. Javi, what you know about this song? You don't know about this, right?
This is a classic.
That's when you know we old, Mike.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, I want to know.
Go hard.
Can't take it anymore. I can't.
That was perfect. That was a perfect song right there.
Please. Yeah, don't.
Oh shit.
Oh, baby, I don't wanna know. Oh, baby.
Yeah, don't tell me. I don't want to fucking know. Get the fuck out of here. Go cheat by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You better be good. You better be good at cheating.
Yeah, man. If you're gonna do it, at least be good. Don't. You know what I mean?
I don't know, cause now I'm not gonna lie though. Like at this point now, I always let them know from the jump. Like yo, I'm open to an open relationship.
I mean, I feel like nowadays it's a lot more common. You know what I mean? It's definitely
For
a lot
open
more-
relationships?
Yeah. Just to have like friends with benefits kind of thing.
Would you? Well, no, I'm talking like relationship, but it's open. Could you do that or no?
Probably not. I'll be honest.
Why not?
Probably not.
I just
'Cause
want to know why.
I'm not
I
gonna
like- I
treat
like
it
to-
as a relationship. I mean, that's just.
Mm.
I wouldn't treat it like.
But
a
what if like
relationship.
Shorty lives with you and like all that?
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna make it to that point.
You don't know if you're gonna make it to
Yeah,
that?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Why not though?
I call me old school, but
Is-
I like to be the only one that's with my girl. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You
I'm
know,
just curious. I'm just curious.
If not, though, I treat it like I'm not in a relationship. That's it. I mean, hey, look, I can't tell somebody I can't tell nobody to do shit to begin with, but
Yeah.
especially somebody I ain't even with. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I try not to get myself into.
He's like
anything
into
that.
those messes.
Yeah, you know.
Oh no, for me, you got.
I've got myself into quite a few already. So.
Yeah, what messes Mike be getting himself into?
It's too many.
Too many to talk about.
Yeah, it's been.
I've been in a mess currently, and Joe knows.
Yeah, you've been in a mess,
I've been in a couple messes.
but you don't know how to pick them, girl.
It happens.
I don't know how to pick them.
You don't know how to pick them.
Happens.
She likes the fuck boys, yo.
And this is a 44-year-old.
44-year-old fuck boy.
44-year-old fuckboy.
Yeah, they still make
yeah,
those.
what the
They still
fuck?
make those. They do.
That's. You think by 35, motherfucker have been done already or something. Damn. Damn.
Sometimes by 35, you just getting started.
Hey, look, in a sense, that's something to look for. You know what I mean? I look forward to it in a sense. If I ain't married, fuck it.
How old am I? Nah. I'm just joking. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes you just getting started, yo.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's something to look forward to, you know?
He's been going since his 30s. I can tell.
Who?
This is his hat,
Homeboy?
situation, homeboy, yeah. Let's call him Muffin.
But see, you don't be reading the room, Val. You don't read the room.
That's what it is.
Like, all right.
Too trusting. He knows.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, you can't be doing all that.
How long for you right now? So, because you're single, you're on the market, right? It's like, yeah, a little bit. So, for you, how long you got to date a girl to, like, even consider making her wifey?
I really don't. I don't give it a time limit.
But, like,
You know
roughly.
what I mean? It all depends. At least, I would probably say at least a month. You know,
At least a month. That's quick, too.
I mean, is it really that quick? I mean, if you're vibing with it, that's what.
quick.
Like, yeah, it could be anywhere from a month. It could be more than that. I mean, one time, probably one of my first relationships was took 3 months, and the next one I kind of jumped into it a little sooner, and tried to do something a little different.
Javi, what about you? How long? How long you got to date someone right now before you make her wifey?
I feel like it all depends, right?
Yeah, it depends on the vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's chemistry. Because there have been females that I've like met day one and we instantly kick it off, and I've never known them before. And then there's others that it takes me weeks to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all, like, it takes time to get to know someone.
Yeah, and like to know the things that they like to do that maybe I don't like, to know their habits. And I'm the type of person, like, I like to know your secrets. Feel me? Like, I like to know what you don't like to tell people. You feel me? So it's like, once I figure like those kinks, those, you know what I'm saying?
Those little
kinks in the
things.
armors, I'll figure, you know what I mean? Then I make
Man.
a decision.
Yeah, man. Because then, I mean, obviously, they telling you shit like that. Then you're already establishing a level of trust. You know what I mean? So.
Saying earlier before you guys that people like they get to know in the dating, they make it that they're official instead of making it separate. Like, getting to know someone should be just getting to know someone.
Yeah, that should not be.
Take that time for you to get to know them, to know if that's wifey or hubby. But what we do is, while we're getting to know them, we just instantly jump to
Throw a
the
label on it.
relationship,
Yeah.
make that relationship in that moment of getting to know, and then
6 months later, you find out, you know,
Or a
the
year.
true color.
Like,
Yeah, you
yo,
find
it-
out the true colors. You're like, shit, I ain't signed up for all
And
this.
the
you
way
know?
I always break it down to people is like, all right, you know some of your homies, right? You probably, you have a few friends. Think about some of them, right? How long did it take you for you to honestly say, I know that individual?
Well, I mean, most of my friends, I mean, I've grown up with. You
Okay,
know, I'm like,
it's okay.
You know, like
But go-
dudes,
but go-
we
but-
don't really get new friends. I mean, we do, granted, I mean, networking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like your close friends, I mean, I've
But-
known them my whole life, so it's.
But even some of them, like, when do you feel, how long did it take you to really say, wow, I feel like I know this dude?
I feel like to me, it really came down to doing something valid as a person. Like, they go out of their way to do some shit, you know what I mean? Or like, I don't know. It's a certain gesture that doesn't even have to be them doing something for you. It's just a certain gesture where you kind of know and you catch it and you're like, you a real one for that. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's more so that because, I mean, I've had friends that I grew up with and known for like 25, 26 years. I don't even speak to anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't only go by time. You know what I mean? I got friends that I've met a year ago that I'm closer with than some that I've known for 20. It's just, it's the vibe, you know?
Yeah, because people change over time.
Yeah. Yeah, so you really never truly know, man. You never truly know.
Yeah, but just sometimes y'all be going too quick.
Sometimes.
1 month,
Sometimes.
2 months.
Hey, man, shit happened. I was in love, you know what I mean?
Nah, see, y'all think it.
Yeah.
Y'all think you are.
Yeah, at the time I thought I was.
But then it's like, yo, you don't really end up getting to know that person. All right, and have you ever lived with a woman? Yeah. You have?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother level
Yeah.
of even getting to know the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like,
That's all I can
you
say
see what I'm
right
saying?
now. Yeah. Without a doubt.
it was a whole different
Without a
person.
doubt. Yeah, you're definitely gonna see two different sides. I mean,
So, like, you wifed it before even knowing that side.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's like that with almost every relationship. I would think. I don't see new relationships just moving in with
But
each
you don't
other.
have to. But there's ways to do it without, like, that's the thing. People are always rushing shit. Like, yo, you could be like, you know what? You stay here on the weekends, or you're staying here
True.
3 days a week, or I'm staying by you 3-4 days a
True.
week, and that's how you get to know those type of things.
Yeah, that's definitely true. You get to find out what kind of hygiene they're up to and shit. They
Anything.
like doing laundry and all. Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Versus just like people don't do those little things of like just that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not gonna cap, man. I'm infamous for being the guy that comes in and throws his shit like over by the hamper.
Yeah.
If it doesn't go in the hamper, I'll be honest, I'm not picking it up right away.
Word.
I'm
Yeah.
really not. I mean, this shit's gonna get clean regardless. You know what I
exactly.
mean? So, I'm gonna be honest. That's one of my main flaws when it comes to like.
But it's little shit
Being a
like
guy,
that.
you know?
Like you never know. A woman for her, that might be a big ass deal.
Yeah, it definitely was a big deal. Definitely
might have
was a
been,
big
you know
deal.
what I'm
I'm like, yo.
It might have been a top thing to where she's like, fam, I don't know if I can live with you because of that. So
Yeah.
now it's just like you just wasted 3 years of Shorty's life.
And your own.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
all because it's some laundry, you know what I mean?
Some laundry.
If it really be like that, there'll be the petty arguments too that really fuck everything
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
It
It's,
really
like-
be.
it's the petty little things that it takes time to get to know. Like, it was funny. So a girl actually asked me recently. She's like, "What is all your pet peeves?" And I'm still been thinking of them, like randomly. I'm just like, but it's like because you don't really realize. Like at first, I'm like, "Damn, what are my pet peeves, yo?" I don't really know. I don't really got that many. And then over time, you start thinking of them. You know,
And then, especially when them shit start unraveling, you're like, yeah, that right
yeah.
there.
As it happens,
Yeah.
then you start to realize, like, oh shit, yeah, that was a pet peeve.
Mm-hmm.
But like again, those things take time to just come up,
Yeah, without a doubt.
and those things add up. Like I always say, like, you know, in certain relationships, if 50% is good and 50% is bad, and 50% is fucking bad,
Yeah. That half of that relationship is all fucked up. Yeah.
right?
I mean, it's
All
the
those
truth.
little fucking things add up.
Yeah, you know, 50-50, yeah.
What?
it's
What are you
all
talking shit over there, Val?
great,
What are you? Let me take the headphones off. What's up? What? Let these gunshots off. Hold on.
That shit was hilarious.
What was?
Where you told me,
What I tell you?
told me about the time that he was petty.
What I do?
That he was petty. He was like, listen.
What I do? Tell
What
me.
happened?
What
What
hap-
happened? Now I'm interested.
Oh, all right, I got you. I thought that was normal. That's the fucked up part. Hold on, we need SpongeBob laugh for that. Hold on, where's my little fucking laugh? All right, so I thought I was doing a good deed. All right,
I can't wait to hear it.
Nah, so me and this girl were living together for like, I'm sorry. Oh, fuck, she might be listening. She might be listening. Because I'm such a.
Oh, fuck.
Because I actually want to like one day see Jolene again. Look,
Just know that he
Yeah,
just know this-
We can go right off.
no. This is for content. All right, this is for content.
It's all for the content.
Yeah.
It's all for the content.
this is for content purposes. And I was really trying to do you good, seriously. If you're listening to this, nah. All right, so I was living with this girl. We were together for like 5 years and shit, and then we break up. And it was like, I don't know if she knew, like I really wasn't trying to like rekindle this. So I helped her download dating apps.
Shit.
And I was like looking for her new man. I was like helping her swipe right.
You know what, bro? Kudos to you for that. That's some real
Yeah,
shit.
see?
That's some
Yeah.
real shit. Yeah,
Nah, and-
hell yeah. Yeah,
Why
for real.
not?
Facts. I'm petty. I probably wouldn't be doing nothing like that either.
You fucking edit her account like I'm a bitch. Nah.
Nah, just at this point in my life, I just
What?
walk away. You know what I mean,
What's up?
It's the time you threw out the pots and pans.
Oh yeah, I'll have to get that up next. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the dating app.
The dating app wasn't petty. That was actually really nice of you.
yeah, that was,
Yeah,
that's
nah,
a nice fucking gesture.
Nah, I did that because yeah, I want you to get someone better than me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I want you to be out here. Like, I want you don't have to be alone, whatever you want to be able to do. Like, you out here looking for love. That's me just letting you know, like, fam, you know, we're not doing anything. But yeah, I'll help you, you know, like find someone that's good for you. Because that's always I feel like what you should want as a man.
Yeah, you don't want that guilt trip either.
But
along
no,
the
you
way,
should
like-
want like I don't know, I think that's like petty shit if you're just like, oh no, fuck that, I want my ex alone forever. Nah, I feel like yo, if you genuinely cared for that woman or you genuinely care for that dude, whoever it is, you should want them to find love, even if it's not with you.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
And that's honestly what I did want because I loved this woman to a certain extent. Because you can love someone, but it don't work out. So like I loved her,
That's a fact.
but we just couldn't be together. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that a lot of times with people. Like even like like parents and shit. Like, yeah, I love you, but from far. You know?
Yeah.
Like I loved her. So it's like, okay, because I love you as a human and as a friend, no, I want you to find someone that's popping. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's dope. But so no, Val, she says the petty one was well, there was a relationship in my past that like you were talking about the whole hamper thing. And it's funny because I'm definitely not the cleanest person in the world either. I have my shit. But it was so bad that like it was such a mess. I literally just threw the pots out. I threw them in the garbage. I just threw them out. Because I was pissed. Like I was like, y'all don't really ever see like pissed off Joe. You don't see pissed off Joe. You might have seen once in your life.
Maybe. I've known you 20.
Yeah, just by proximity, just because you were so close.
Pissed off Joe and ready to fight for a minute.
Actually, no, you might have, because I think you saw one time when I beat the fuck out of them little kids that lived over here.
Oh yeah,
I was little too, though.
Okay.
I think you did, because they used to piss me the fuck off, yo. What were their names?
Brian the Squeaky.
Yeah, oh yeah, Brian Squeak.
Shout out to them, yo, my dude.
Yo, I'm sorry, but
Nah,
one
cool,
time,
cool.
yeah, they were so annoying as kids, and it was like a 4-year difference, and they used to just be wild. And one time I flipped the fuck out and I just beat the shit out.
Motherfuckers were wild though, yo.
Yeah, nah, they had it coming. They had it coming, and then one day, I'm sorry, I just lost it.
It is what it is. Yeah, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Did you say that? I do remember
Yeah,
that.
that's probably the only time, because I think you hung around them or whatever. I think because y'all were in the same age, right?
Yeah. With Mike and everybody else.
Yeah, that was the only time.
Yeah.
But so I don't really be getting pissed off like that. So I go in the house and it was just one of those days, like, fam, this is an everyday thing. Yeah, so I threw all the fucking pots and everything out. I just threw it all in the garbage, like,
Hey, look,
because
man,
it was there for like 3 fucking days, or like it was just there mad long. You know how long it's gonna take to clean?
Yeah, and then it gets all solidified on there and shit. And yeah, that's a fact. It's easier to just throw the shit out at that point. I don't know. To me, like, I don't mind cleaning dishes, but like, if there's some built up food and shit that's on.
Nah, but it was a thing that was going
I'm not
on.
rocking with it.
It was a thing that was going on for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh shit.
So-
Again, kudos to you for putting up with some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I did, but I had my own shit too. I definitely wasn't perfect, but it was like one of those things. It was like, nah, fam, like, fuck that. So you never know, like, things like that. Like, sometimes the most simplest things, some people just
turn
can't
somebody off
fucking live with.
quick.
So you gotta like get to know, you gotta get to know people. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it just takes time to get to know them. People be jumping into fucking relationships and shit.
Yeah, man. With that, needless to say, the one that I, jumped into pretty quick didn't work out. The one I also waited 3 months for, that shit didn't work out either. So,
But 3 months
it
is
all
still
depends,
short.
It all depends.
3 months
you really
is
think so?
Yes, 3 months is still short,
All
man.
right. So then the next one, if you're out there, 6.
At least 6.
It's 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. Because before you put a label on that shit, yo, because you gotta think, when you put a label, you're committed.
Yeah.
Well, at least you should be.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, once you put a label on, that's like, all right, I'm committing to you. Like, you're really gonna just jump that quick to be committed?
Well, unfortunately, I did.
I mean, not just you. I'm talking in general. I'm talking to everybody out here.
No.
Because I definitely,
I speak for myself.
I definitely
at
know.
least.
Yeah, me too. Like, shit, who am I talking? I think I was in a relationship like a weekend. I moved in like 2 weeks.
Hey, yo, it happens, bro. You get sprung
Yeah.
over somebody, and then it's,
Nah, you just get, But I think it also, and this isn't just to you, this is to everybody. A lot of us, you can go maybe time being single, right?
Mm.
So then when you catch something, you think you caught something.
Yeah, it be like that.
And you don't
'cause-
really be looking at the fine print.
Nah, you're just chilling
Think you
with,
caught
with,
something.
with the vibe that you're getting, something that you haven't felt in a while. Yeah, without a doubt.
Kind of goes back to that original topic of like, yo, something in your face. You don't really know if you're going to get that tomorrow. So you just kind of take it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You got to be confident to be like, nah, you know what? Like, I'm not going to wipe you up right now. Like, yeah, I could just to get you locked in. But, like, how fucked up is that? Because then what if you're going to start not liking the person and then start cheating on them?
Yeah, that's.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
man,
just
that's
like
some little
you're,
kid shit,
you're
you know
doing
what I
a
mean?
disservice to them by rushing into it. Or even asking them or even accepting their, like, even if they ask you. But if you feel you not ready, yeah.
No, definitely not. See, that was my problem. I thought like everything was all good and gravy, and like I was just like, I want a relationship. You know what I mean? And
Because you were maybe single for a little bit of time before that,
yeah,
or whatever. And we all get in our moments of like, all right, you know what? I want to be with somebody, because we all like, I think all of us, no matter what, we all like strive to have that like other half.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, granted, I feel like everybody that that's a destined for everybody. Everybody wants that, but I don't know, man. I mean, for the most part, I think once you fall in love with yourself, I feel like that's just, having somebody else is really just a perk.
Yeah.
I used to look for it and want somebody and the whole nine and everything like that. And then when I got it, I realized, that it really wasn't all I thought it was going to be. And then, like, even my past relationship, I'm not going to say too much, but I did wind up getting cheated on the whole, through that shit. And it was at, like, a really bad time in my life where I was, Prime wasn't doing well. We were in a bad place. Doors were ready to close. And a lot of stuff was happening. And I started, like, building my confidence up, started educating myself, started doing more things to better myself and to fall in love with me. You know what I mean? So I love myself right now. So it's not that I don't want to love somebody else. I just love myself too much right now to put myself in a position where it's like I'm going to, like I was saying earlier about commitment, like I just feel like I'm more committed to myself right now than I could ever be to somebody else. And I feel like that's wrong and selfish of me to do that to somebody when I'm in a position where, I'm getting I don't want to say I'm getting everything that I dreamed and asked for and all this other shit, but like it's coming to life, you know what I mean? And I just don't want to, I don't want to slow that train down right now, you know what I mean? And I think that's for the most part. Don't get me wrong, being single's fun. I'm still enjoying it for the most part. 29, I'm still a young guy, but eventually I'm gonna look for somebody. But I think right now it's just focus more so on loving yourself.
Yeah, and then I think now when you go into it, now they'll have to like add to your life.
Exactly.
Versus more like take from your life.
Pretty much, like now you're, once you kind of put everything else into play and into perspective the way that should be, and you line up your priorities, I think you really just look for what somebody could bring to the table at that point versus who they are, what they look like, or anything like that. You're caring more about longevity at that point. You're caring more about what's the future going to bring with this person? What's their 5-10 year plan? You know what I mean? Like I know it's I would laughed at that shit like 5 years ago, but now I'm getting older and it's real shit, So I think that's a lot to take into consideration also, especially as we get older with relationships and shit. So
yeah, it's what I mean. Someone was telling me, I forget who we were talking about. It was me and a friend, and they were like, no, like, yo, we should be. It sounds crazy. It sounds selfish, but no, we should be beneficial to each other because I don't got the time for that. Like, no offense, like if I'm with you, if you my girl, like the fuck I'm with you for if you ain't benefiting me, and it's vice versa. Like, why the fuck should you be with me if your life isn't benefiting from me?
And it can't just be like materials, like sex and everything. Yeah. Like, yo, you could go and get that anywhere. So it's got to be something more to come to the table. You know what I mean?
That extra support. There's so many different avenues.
Exactly.
On what it is, but are they adding value in your life?
Yeah.
If not, what are they? Are they just? Because if they're not adding value in your life, to me that just seems like you're just bored and you just can't be alone.
Yeah, you have some people just chilling, taking up space just for the sake of taking up space, literally.
Because some people don't like to be alone in a lot of those moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how to be alone. Sometimes people don't know how to, like you said, don't know how to love yourself, don't know how to just be with just them.
I think that that's the real moment right there. Once you are alone, you're alone with your thoughts. I think that's your time of reckoning. That happened to me. I hated being alone for the longest. I never liked being alone. I always wanted to chill with my boys and stuff like that. Like, somebody would dip, I want to still chill. I hated being alone. And after everything kind of happened and I, started embracing it. And little by little, my life got better. My views on life got better. Just everything just seemed to work out a lot better. And it was all because I just chose to love myself. That was really it. Chose to love myself. When you love yourself, confidence, you know what I mean?
100%.
That's it. Ain't nothing knocking you down, ain't nothing taking you out. You know what I mean? If you believe it, that's it. That's confidence over everything. You know what I mean? So 100%. I think that's really what it comes down to. That time of being alone. That's that supposed darkest hour. That's really your greatest hour, in my opinion. That's where you either gonna fold or you're going to make something of yourself. That's really what it comes down to. Yeah. And I feel like when you hit that point, that's like a rock bottom point. There ain't no further you could go back. There's only one way you could go. So, just shit to get off the pot and get moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 1,000%. Some fucking gunshots for this fucking. Talk your shit. Nah, for real, man. Definitely fucking true. All right. And when you do that, a lot of times people are alone, but they still suppress what they're going through. Like to actually feel what you're going through and to feel those feelings, like that shit is major. You know, a lot of times people don't. They'll be alone, but then they start not feeling what they're not feeling anything, and they're not even like. It kind of goes back to a lot of shit that you've said this whole episode. To me, goes back to one thing that I always talk about a lot is, and I think is one of the most. It's one of the most important pieces, in like just getting yourself like together, is self-assessment.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But like you can't properly do that by always being with people, always having a lover, always having this like you have to like kind of bring yourself alone.
Yeah, how you ever gonna know who you are if you never spend time with yourself? I mean, this is really it. You're literally in an identity crisis at that point. You don't know who you are. If you need to rely on somebody else all the time, you can't do shit for yourself. Or you need somebody to make you feel better, just mentally feel better, even for like emotional support. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or even needing something, because then you see a lot of people that are like, oh no, I'm alone, but then they're either just drunk during those times or they're high during those times.
You gotta embrace that shit and use it as fuel. That's really what it comes down to. That's. I took everything I went through and I didn't sit around and cry about it. I did something, and I'm no different than anybody else. I'm not like, you know, something special or anything. I don't see myself as that. I try to humble myself, but you know, we're all the same in my eyes. It's just what we do in our 24 hours that makes a difference. So that's really it. At least, you know, how I view it. You know.
Let you take the gunshots. You just letting them all off today.
Sir, yes,
Let's
sir.
go. I love it, man. It's definitely a real shit. So hopefully people got some value out of this, of the discussion we had.
Too, man.
You know, if you're listening to this and you're feeling like you struggle with a lot of these different things, it's all right, because you know you're fucking human, and it's like it's tough. You know, it's not.
To the best
Yeah,
of us.
it's not easy. It's not easy to be okay with your emotions. It's not easy again to find those people that you could talk to about what you got going on. Sometimes you don't even know like where to start in doing that self-assessment or even trying to get to know yourself.
Yeah.
You know, getting to know what you love. I always tell people like kind of just make a spider web of like you and who you are. And it's funny because I always do the same thing for people that in like content and like social media, right? But like even on some real shit, like even just to help yourself get out of, you know, not being able to like, you know, love yourself or, you know, or even if you say, oh, I love myself. Okay. But then there's still those other things of even just getting to know yourself, right? Make like literally a web of like who the fuck you are and like everything. Like, okay, I'm a father, I'm a parent, I'm a sister, I'm a brother. I like doing this. I like music. I like dogs. I like just really, and then you start breaking that down little by little by little by little. And as you keep doing that over time, you're gonna really start realizing who you are, what you love, where you want to spend more time with. You'll be like, oh shit, like wow, I really love dogs. I forgot about that shit. And then like you could start tapping into it. But that's where it all starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always tell people is like actually like you have to assess yourself. A lot of times we'll, you know, we know how to like read a book from start to finish. We know how to watch a movie. We know how to like catch all the behind the scenes. We know
We
you know
don't do
test
that shit to ourselves.
We don't do that to ourselves. You know, you could study. You could know a fucking book from top to bottom. You could know a subject. You go to school. You get all A's in it. But then you really feel like do you know that about you? Do you know what like, and that comes with time. That comes with age, comes with growth. You know, like, do you know what pisses you off? Do you know those pet peeves? You know, do you know those things? Like when people ask you, like, do you know that? Do you know all of them? Do you know the things that get you inspired? Do you know the things that get you motivated?
Yeah, man, like that. And a lot of people I know, they don't know their worth. It's sad. I see it a lot. People don't know their worth. And, you know, to me personally, I think, I don't know. I see it every day, especially in like my field and stuff like that. And you see, like, I price some jobs out, and then I see, like, you know, with the prices that they got back and stuff. And it's like, you know, sometimes I see it's a reflection of myself. Like, oh shit, I'm worth more than that for doing what I'm doing. And there's other times where it's like, damn, like, you don't see it for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, but I just think it really comes down to I mean, I even lost it at this point.
Knowing your worth.
Yeah, it's
People definitely don't understand that, and that's even a lot, even in relationships too. Because I've even had people tell me as well, like, oh no, like I'm settling for the not shit dude because that's all I'm worth. I've had that happen a lot, or I've had like many people say that, like they just know they stay with who they stay with because they know, like. Like one time I had a girl tell me, she's like, oh no, you shouldn't be with a girl like me. You know, you girl that's doing more, have better job. I'm like, that's not what I'm. You're dope to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They need to see that for themselves.
Yeah, and at that point, it's like, okay, well, if you don't even see that, how dope, if you don't even see how dope you are as a person, I can't. You know, we're at an age where I can't teach you how dope you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you're dope as fuck, but you gotta go figure that shit out.
Yeah, man, and that's. It all comes down to knowing your self-worth, and that I feel like you need to, you know, when you're really getting to know yourself, that's how you kind of see, you know, you add value to your life by knowing who you are and knowing what you're capable of, and knowing, you know, just about that, man. Knowing what gets you going, what pisses you off, just everything. You got to overanalyze yourself and then analyze it again. You know what I mean? That's just.
And don't overthink it too at the same time.
Yeah, man, you can't overthink things. I know a lot of us overthinkers and stress out about a lot of things. Trust me, I got a lot of shit stressed out about every day. But you know what? At the end of the day, you gotta keep your chin tucked. You gotta keep it moving. And all those things are just, you know, they're things that are gonna come with the territory and a fork in the road. It's whether or not you decide to stay on that road and, you know, continue.
Yeah. And give it a shot too at the same time, because
exactly.
You'll never know what you could do. You'll never know your potential unless you try.
Yeah, man. What was it from what was it, Coach Carter? Our deepest fears and that we're inadequate. Our deepest fears were powerful beyond measure. I feel like a lot of people are victims to that.
Yeah,
like I truly do.
They don't even give themselves a shot.
Nah, they don't know what they're capable of, man. They don't know. Yep. So that's why I never want to live with the what if, so I test my capabilities every day.
Exactly. And even by you doing that, you know, you and the people that do always do that are inspirations to the other people that can't, or not even can't, or just haven't got to it yet. Because I'm a firm believer we need people like all of us in this room that do all of what we do, so then we could help other people that are maybe like, oh, damn, like Mike's doing that. I could do that, you know, because sometimes people do need that. Sometimes people do need to see, like, oh, wow, there's someone that looks like me, where I'm from. They can do that, you know? And then
shit, I ain't nobody. Like I said again, man, I'll speak from a humble point, but I ain't nobody special. I'm just somebody that decided to apply themselves to it. That's it. I'm living proof it's possible. Living proof.
Let's get it. But this was dope, man. We got to get Mike on again soon.
Man, I appreciate it.
We got to get Val back on the pod. It's been a while since we've had Val on here. We got PPG Javi, and we got to get Javi back on too, because his episode got fucked up the other day, man. Yo, fucking did not press record on the audio. It was a rough time. It was just me and him. We didn't have no other help, and it was rough out here. But this was a fire episode. This was dope. Thank you, sir, for coming on.
Brother. Thank you.
Of course. Man. And so what do you, at the end of the show, we usually have people just, I want you to shout out something you think is dope, something you think is slept on out here. Could be a film, could be a song, could be a business, could be anything. So what do you think is slept on that people just should know about?
What do I think is slept on?
Yeah.
Jersey Media, man. Get out Jersey Media and let them know it's good, man.
Thank you,
need
sir.
anybody for some marketing, for any type of web design, anything like that, man. Hit up Jersey Media.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
it, man. I don't need no plug time.
I love it. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, Jersey Media out here making prom look nice and sexy as it is.
We go.
Let's
we
go.
Gratefully appreciate it.
Just looking. We're trying to make Mike a celeb out here. That's what we're trying to do out here, all right? And you single? Oh, it's about to be dangerous.
Like I said, though, it's gotta be great because I'm looking to stay single for a little while.
Yeah, unless it's like
change my mind though.
Change his mind, yo.
Change my mind.
Change his fucking mind, man. Change his fucking mind, right? Apply pressure. All right, y'all. This was fun. Javi, you have fun? Val, you have fun? She's at her the hair twirling session of the day. The first, yeah, right. Bullshit. See? Little things like that. Once you start being around people for a while, you start to get to know those little things.
Yeah, I know.
You start to get to know those little things. And then she says she's going to play Mikey again in pool.
What's up?
We might have to film that. Little round 2.
I'm honestly not good at pool, though.
Me either. I'm trash.
I'm just talking hella shit. I'm talking hella shit. That's it. But you know what? I psych people out like that. That's it. That's part of the whole, you know, part of my whole little gimmick. I just talk a lot of shit and get into your head. Yeah, I'm trash. I'm trash at pool.
Javi, what about you?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
bro?
you be trolling people?
You got to.
No, but what about billiards? You ever shoot pool?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I haven't done it in a while though.
He's probably a beast. He's probably a beast.
We gotta go. We gotta have a little tournament.
Yeah, nah, we'll go. Me and Zane been going almost every week.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've been going to the one right here in Lodi. We've been going like Wednesday nights.
Well, the one on 46,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah. It's like a little hole in the wall and shit. Yeah, we've been going there. Zane got his own ball. What?
Oh, shit.
You guys are playing ball or?
No, shooting pool.
Oh, shooting pool?
Yeah.
Oh, the one in Brooklyn?
No,
Nah,
Lodi.
nah, right here in Lodi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's one right in Lodi. Zane got his own ball and his own stick.
My man's getting official with it.
Yeah, nah, he's the man.
I know he's
Shit.
the man. He's always good at video games. He be roasting everyone.
Yeah.
Last time I talked my shit like you, I talked on it on MK. He was okay. We gonna see who's your character. Who's your character now?
Mario Kart, yeah.
Okay, be ready. And then we played, and he whooped my ass.
See? You gotta watch at the level of shit talking.
Yeah, you gotta
though,
be
because
careful.
Then you look crazy once you do get spanked. Like I looked crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm talking hella shit, and I couldn't back up a quarter of it. You know what I mean?
You'll be all right.
Yeah, it is what it is.
We got Princess in the building over here too. She's been hanging out with us this whole session. After she stole a sock, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed.
Chilling.
Fuck y'all. But all right, y'all. This was dope. Another episode of Therapy Without a Degree, chapter 241. All right, go check out jersey-media.com. We got an event coming up on September 25th. All right, September 25th is a networking pop-up over here in Lodi. It's going to be an indoor and outdoor event. It's going to be super fun. 2 days before that, Friday night on the 23rd, we're doing a karaoke open mic at Napoli. All right, maybe if y'all come, maybe Val will sing. Maybe she'll pull up. Maybe she'll be there on the 23rd. Who knows? Maybe Javi will sing. You going to be there? You going to sing? All right, let's go. Let's go. We got that. Then we got October 30th is a Halloween event. All right, that's going to be a more kids-friendly one. It's going to be kids and adults. It's going to be a costume contest. There's going to be a lot of different fun stuff. So we have that. And go check out Prime.
Thank you, brother.
It's been fun. We out of here. Deuces. Oh, let the